Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing, baby. And today I'm going over Mythical Metalfoes. A lot of different ways that I played this deck. If you guys have followed my channel, I've done like Metalfoes Crystons, I've done Metalfoes True King, True Dracos. I even done Metalfoes Zodiacs, then I did Metalfoes Zodiac, True King Crystons. Like just so many different variants. I've done a lot of Metalfoes builds. I find it's one of my favorite Pendulum archetypes. And if it was like between this and Pendulum Magicians, I always gravitated towards Metalfoes because I just always liked them more. I just felt like they had higher ceiling. They just were allotted and afforded a completely different arsenal while still being able to go into the same cards similar to Pendulum Magicians. Just really love the deck. Very high ceiling, aggressive, and competitive Pendulum archetype. But I'm going to go ahead and hop into the main deck and show you guys my build because it's very, very competitive, very powerful. You don't need hand traps in this build. In fact, hand traps are just bricks for this deck. You're just absolutely dominating your opponent's board. You're absolutely just breaking boards going second, making too many negates going first. Let's hop into it, you guys. We have all of our Metalfoes names. I've maximized on every single one of them except for Abysmal Gear. So we have 3 Volflame, 3 Gold Driver. If you guys do not know what Metalfoes do, you're probably just new to the game. But they're all normal monsters, and they have one effect, which is in their skill. Pop a face-up card, set a Metalfoes spell or trap directly from the deck. That's all they do. But they're incredible. 3 Stillins, 3 Silvereds, and 2 Abysmal Gear. So I play 14 Metalfoes. What I like about them being normals is the fact that you can play cards like Rescue Rabbit. You can play cards like Unexpected Die if you want to make more Electrum Turbo cards. You can play Unexpected Die, Painful Decision, Summoner's Art. Those 3 spells are incredible. And one of the 3 is another Electrum Turbo card, which is Unexpected Die. So you can actually play that in your list because this deck turbos out Electrum a lot more consistently than any other Pendulum deck. And that's what's interesting because Electrum is their card. It is a Metalfoes card. So we have these 14. Very high ceiling deck. It's really incredible as an engine as well. If you just want to toy around with Metalfoes, they're good as an engine. So we have the 14. Then we have a lot of turbo cards. We have Triple Hamster, which is very, very broken in this deck. You're able to set up your extra deck targets with this very easily. And it's also, its +1 ability helps you while you're building your board so that you don't commit every card in your hand. That is a very, very sad and unfortunate weakness to Pendulum Magicians is their boards require overcommitting, overextending, just kind of over the top. I'm all in, you know what I'm saying? All in being that like I really don't have very much of a follow-up if you break my board. But with Metalfoes, they have a lot of recursion, a lot of recovery. They have a lot of ways to mitigate for that weakness and set up boards just as powerful, if not stronger, because they have Metalfoes Alkehes to their arsenal and still be able to reestablish if you break the board. So we have the Wonder Pets. The Wonder Pets, we play 6 Wonder Pets. They're all Electrum Turbo cards. Hamster's better than Rabbit, though. Half the time he is. We also have Triple Chronograph. Just another Electrum Turbo card. So that's 9 so far. Then we have 12. We have Triple Mythical Beastmaster Cerberus. That's 12 Electrum Turbo cards. Cerberus is so incredible going second. Even going first. And another card that's MVP in the Goki matchup, if they extra link you, is Jackal King. Because you're able to just tribute the Ibli, make the Jackal King. You can even set a spell. It helps you overall just to kind of grind it out. Break the extra link. He's just such an incredible card. So you have your Mythical Beast engine. I also have another engine. I have multiple engines in this deck. We have the Qliphort engine. I found that it was a really good incorporation into the main deck just to play these 2 cards because I was already maximizing on Summoner's Art because I need to see Metalfoes scales. I only play 14, but I like opening with more than just 1 Metalfoes in my hand. And more specifically, I like being able to search out my high scale because I have low scales in the deck very frequently. My low scales are even searchable, whereas my high scales are a little bit more difficult to get to. So I was playing Triple Summoner's Art, and I thought that it would be very, very competitive and beneficial to play the Qliphort engine. It is a high ceiling engine, and Infinity is no joke. It's not to be taken lightly. It's an incredible just additional negation that you can add to your turn 1 boards. So we have the Qliphort engine. Even helps you going second. Then we also, in addition to the Mythicals and the Qliphort engine and the Wonder Pets, we have the Dark Worm engine. We have 2 of him and 2 of his Cheerio. And then I also play 1 Time Gazer. And to finally sum up the monsters, I play 1 Destrudo. My reasoning for playing Destrudo is very simple. I have 4 ways to dump dragons into the deck, and sometimes I open with either Dragon Shrine plus Foolish or Dragon Shrine when I already have a Dark Worm. Because of those reasons that kept coming up, I decided to play Destrudo just as a high ceiling card because it allows me to spit out even more negations and also can extend my plays to make a bigger link monster, like for example a link 4 like Griffin if I was not able to do so already. But naturally you just end your boards with Don Dragster. Like your best board, which you do, you switch extra monster zones. And that's how you do it. Because you normally just Destrudo and make Don Dragster before you Pendulum Summon. And then switch your extra monster zone from this Electrum. And you can go into Zephyr Metaltron over here. And you end up making Don Dragster, Jackal King, the Infinity play. It's just really, really good. And you're still able to flip the Alkahest. So you normally have a minimum of 4 disruptions. Even without the Destrudo, it just really helps. And also, it's smart to do that play before you Pendulum Summon because of one of the weaknesses of the boards that this deck can make is a lot of its negators require 2 monsters in order to overlay as materials or to fusion as materials. And because you can only have 6 monster zones basically now, it just really helps to make the Don Dragster first so that way you don't have to waste 2 monster zones to make it later. So it really does help. Destrudo is amazing in the deck. And then for our spells, we have 15 Electrum Turbo cards plus the Foolish. You have 16 Electrum Turbo cards. So as you guessed it, we are definitely making Electrum before we Pendulum Summon. And making it after we Pendulum Summon really sucks because making Electrum before you Pendulum Summon allows this deck to really explode, make some of its better boards. And the cool thing is leaving Heavy Metalfoes Electrum in the extra monster zone, even if you want to put Griffin under him, is beneficial because you can fuse with him with full Metalfoes to still make Alkahest as long as you have a normal, which is going to be a Metalfoes in your hand. So we have 4 more Electrum Turbo cards, or even Breaking Boards going second. You can go into some bigger link plays, or you can play Black Rose if you want to go that route. We also have Triple Summoner's Art. This card is a negate. It absolutely is. So it's just 3 more negates. Just always look at it that way. We have 2 Painfuls because while it's not as great as Dragon Shrine, I still find that it helps you to get to your skills ultimately. I don't think I want to play 3 because I already have, like, you know, the 3 Dragon Shrines, which is a hard ones per turn. But ultimately, Dragon Shrine is a lot better than Painful is because this allows you to get that +1. It also allows you to make Electrum before you Pendulum Summon, whereas this just adds more Metalfoes names to the main deck without actually playing more Metalfoes. So you have 5 more, ultimately 19 Metalfoes in your main deck. And then we have the 1-of fusions. I play 1 of each. I'm not playing Desires in this list, so I actually just play 4 Metalfoes spells and traps. 1 of each of them. You just use your Mithrium to add them. Occasionally, when you're in a grind game, you will banish your counter to add more, just to kind of set up, kind of just basically as a recovery. You never really use it to extend because that's being greedy, because it's really important to get this in rotation. But if you have to banish it for recovery, you will do so. But I find that just the 4 works ultimately fine. You use Mithrium to put them all back and just keep setting them. So that's the main deck. It is not a 40-card deck, but it doesn't even matter. The deck's way too consistent. The star of the deck, we do have triple Electrum. You're making 3 Electrums every turn. That's the way I like to play Metalfoes themselves. I don't play Zephyrs that way, and I did not play my Pendulum Magicians that way. But with Metalfoes, I do actually do the Electrum Turbo because this is their card. It actually complements the engine very well. In addition to that, him being a fusion material and also being able to put him back into your extra deck with your Mithrium allows this deck to play Electrum better than any other deck could ever use this card. So he is the best in his own deck. We have Griffin. It's really easy to set up when you do your triple Electrum. Sometimes I'll even do this just to have the fusion fodder. Like if I have Electrums like this, I'll link with these 2 and go Zephyr Metaltron over here and leave that one in the main monster zone just so I can fuse with it with full Metalfoes fusion and fuse with that in the vanilla in my hand to make Alkahest and then do my other plays on the other side of the board. Because sometimes I start on the left, move to the right, or sometimes I start on the right, move to the left. But ultimately, I really just like leaving an Electrum on the field. Even if I'm not fusing with it, it builds my tempo and my steam for the follow-up so I can OTK. Triple Electrum, hands down. And the one Griffin. Griffin is still insane in this deck. Being able to set up your boards to the point where you have so many negates plus the Griffin, it's just insane. I'm not doing Firewall Griffin. I'm not Triff, and I'm really just... Me and him are 2 different players, bro. We're in 2 different leagues. We have the one Metaltron. Metaltron's really good in this deck as well because it allows you to recur some stuff. And in addition to that, he kind of says kill him first, but don't kill the cards under him. So in a way, he softly protects the monsters under him because your opponent doesn't want you to gain advantage while they're trying to break your board. So that's it for the links. For the fusions, we played 2 Mithriums, 1 Orichalc, and 1 Alkahest. This is absolutely all you need. You don't even need triple Mithrium. You actually can just play 2 because of the fact that the second one can recycle the first and vice versa, and you kind of just end up using them over and over and over and over again. And because of that, it allows you to just play 2 Mithriums and open space for your extra deck for more cards, because the extra deck gets really tight when you're playing certain engines. We have Vortex and Absolute, helps going first or second. You never even need to link summon with Absolute. You actually just make him, pop him with the Metalfoes skill, trigger his effect on the separate chain link after you set your spell or trap from your deck, and then special Vortex. So that way you don't have to waste extra deck slots just to go into your Vortex. Metalfoes make that really easily. We have Naruto because you have your Jackal Kings and your Chronographs, which allow you to make this card easily. The Cyber Dragon package, 1 Summoner's Art will actually get you this boss right here. And then I do play the Don Dragster because it increases your ceiling. You make so many negates with this deck, it's actually just insanity. It's not the same negates as Zephyros because Zephyros don't lose to Spear Mode or evenly match. But this deck can just lose to Spear Mode and evenly, which kind of sucks. But if they don't have it, you kind of just win the duel anyways because you just have those kind of boards where it's like, you have to Spear Mode me because there's just no way you're going to actually play through all of this and then break my board and then make your own after that. Like, it's just so hard. So yeah, I really love the deck. I hope that you guys enjoyed the deck profile. Stay tuned for another variant that's going to be playing triple Avion because I actually like this card a lot as well. While it's not a Pendulum monster, it does have similar qualities to the to contribute to the playstyle that I'm going for, which is absolutely maximizing on as many possible negates as I can spit out turn 1. And going second, you just OTK. Metalfoes are just an OTK deck as well when you're going second. Well, thank you guys so much. God bless you. Make good choices. Don't hurt your brain cells. Stay tuned for all of my future videos that I'm making. Thank you guys so much for choosing my channel and for being patient with me. I'm a busy man. I have a job. I work 6 days a week. I'm a trainer. You know, I got to take care of myself as well. You know, I do have my girl as well. Like, I just have a lot of stuff that I do besides this. And I know sometimes you guys have to wait a while for videos. And I used to be able to upload a lot more consistently, but that was at a different chapter in my life. Now I'm in a point in my life where I'm doing a lot more for myself. I have a lot of goals and aspirations besides this. And I hope you guys understand. You know what it's like when you're trying to do good for yourself and make something out of yourself. Hopefully you guys understand. But thank you so much. Peace.